Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new knife from Brous Blades. I actually just received this knife. I got in on the pre-order for the knife because when I first saw it, it really piqued my interest. I love the knives that Jason Brous puts out. They look really, really awesome. Great designs, and he's actually a great designer. I've had the opportunity to meet him several times at different shows, whether it's Blade Show or SHOT Show, and I get to talking with him about his designs and all that stuff. Really cool guy to talk with. So when I saw that he released this pre-order for this new knife, I quickly jumped on it. It's a really awesome looking knife at a great price. So I'll give you just kind of my initial impressions on it. I've just received it in the mail. Came pretty quickly after the pre-order was done, and I haven't really had a chance to carry it, but I will start to kind of put it into my rotation just to get a better feel for it. But I wanted to go ahead and showcase it for you guys because it was made in limited quantities, so I want to make sure that if you guys are interested in picking up, you do so. So the knife comes in their signature nylon hard case here. I'll take a look at it in a second. You do get a business card from Jason here. So again, he is the CEO of Brous Blades. And then you got some of the contact information right there. Really cool business card there. And then you also have this decal. I always really liked his logo. It just looks really, really cool. So I like this. And I like the fact that it's blue and not black. A lot of decals, especially if it's just like the lettering and stuff like that, tend to be black. So I like the fact that that one is blue. So again, this comes in their signature nylon hard case here. So as you guys can see, I don't know why I flipped it around, but it's a hard nylon case here that you can actually store the knife if you want to. It does have their name on the front right here, Brous Blades. Quality, what is that? Innovative custom knives. So this is what you would consider a semi-custom knife. So it's not full custom. So again, what that does is it gives you the ability to pick it up at not a very expensive price. It is fairly affordable for the type of knife that you're getting. So I'll go ahead and showcase that for you guys here. So as you open up the case, inside you have the knife itself, and then you have your certificate of authenticity. Again, Brous Blades here. Now this is letting you know that this is one of a limited 250 piece run. So obviously if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to their website below. Definitely go over and pick one up because again, it's only limited to 250 pieces. It gives you the production date here, so 3/12/2024. So again, it is a fairly new knife here. And then in the back, it just talks a little bit more about the actual model. So this model is called the Bygones. And then it's telling you that the serial number, this is number 19 out of 250. I was so happy that I lucked out with such a low number. And then the handle material is black G10, and then the blade material is D2. Now they do include an Allen wrench here if you need to tighten anything up, but they do recommend that if you don't take the knife apart. With the knife you get free lifetime sharpening and refurbishing, so you can just kind of get in contact with them and send the knife back, and they'll be able to take care of it. We'll set that off to the side, and then we'll take a look at the knife here. Now, one of the things that I quickly noticed was that this is a rather large knife. So I was obviously you look at the specs and stuff like that when you order stuff, but it's not until you get it in hand that you can see the actual shear size of the Bygones here. Now, I do want to get this out of the way. The knife is available in 3 different color combinations. So you have this one right here, which is the satin blade color. Then you have a blackout, which is going to be a like a black blade, and I believe the pocket clip is black also on the blackout. And then you have an acid stone wash. Again, the blade is acid stone wash. So there's a little bit of a price difference. I think it's $10 for each of the different steps. So the satin is going to be your more affordable one. And I don't normally like to quote prices, but I do want to go ahead and let you know the price of this because I think it's going to be a big factor in whether or not you want to pick one up. And the price of this one is in the satin is $129. Again, that was a really, really awesome price. Like I mentioned, I got in on the pre-sale, the pre-order. So I just had to put $50 down and then just kind of pay the difference. And then it came really, really quickly, about 2 or 3 days after I paid the difference. So $129 and then $139 for the blackouts, and then you're looking at $149 for the blackout, and then $159 for the acid stone wash. So Again, depending on which color you like or anything like that, go ahead and check those out with the link I will provide below. So as I mentioned, this is a rather large knife, but let's take a look at the outside of the knife first here. So you have your G10 scales or your G10 handles here, and they do have that their what do they call it? Their classic maze pattern. So hopefully you guys can make that out. So right here they have this pattern on the blade, which actually gives you more of a grip on the blade, on the handle itself. Sorry, I said blade, on the handle itself. Gives you a better grip. Now this is very reminiscent of a lot of his designs. I have a couple of his knives that have that on there, and I've always been really fond of the way that looks and feels, especially because it is not extremely aggressive, but it gives you enough grip on there. So if your hands are sweaty or wet or something like that, it's going to grip a lot better when you're using the knife itself. You do have a pretty large sizable lanyard hole in the back here, which is really cool. But one thing I did notice is the pocket clip on this side kind of obstructs the lanyard hole a little bit. But if you come in from this side, it's so large on there that you're not going to have to worry about it being able to feed the paracord or whatever it is you're going to put on there. So, if you wanted to put a decorative lanyard or a paracord lanyard or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. As far as the pocket clip goes, it is a deep right clip right there, and it is fairly small if you take it into account on the size of the knife. So I kind of do like that, just because it's a little bit more out of the way. Now it doesn't feel it's not uncomfortable or anything like that when you're using it. It is set up for right hand tip up carry, which is the way I like to carry it. But I believe, yeah, you have a little opening on the other side. I believe you can go ahead and swap it if you wanted to do left hand carry tip up as well. You can do that also. You have a little bit of a back spacer right here with a little jimping, again a little G10 back spacer right there. I like the fact that he kept it nice and small. There's a little bit of a hump right there where the back spacer is, but again, that's more for aesthetic purposes, and it fits the hand very, very nicely. Let's see, that's pretty much it as far as the outside of the knife itself. So as you guys can see, you do have a flipper tab right there, a little bit of jimping on the flipper tab, just enough to kind of get your finger right in there, and then if you deploy it, the blade deploys very, very quickly, which is really, really nice. And then you can take a look at this really awesome shaped blade here. He is calling it a spear-like point blade. So again, this is perfect for stabbing and slicing and stuff like that. Really nice thick stock on the blade here. This is, and it's very reminiscent of a lot of Brous Blades. A lot of Jason's designs are designed to be heavy use knives. And I can tell you that this is on what I would consider more of a larger size, heavy use knife. I could easily see myself using this for any task, and I think it's going to perform very, very nicely. So as far as some specs, you have a 4-inch overall length on the blade. So again, it is a rather large size blade there. It is an overall length of 8.5 inches. So again, you have a 4-inch blade. And then 8.5 inches overall. Close length is going to be 5 inches. So again, this is your close length right there. So again, a little bit on the larger size knife, but it's nice and slim, so it carries very, very nicely in the pocket. It comes in at about 5 ounces on the weight. So again, that thick stock on the blade, and then you do have liners on here, but they are not skeletonized, so that does add a little bit of weight to the knife itself. But again, a knife of this size, I think 5 ounces is very manageable. You're not going to have to worry about it feeling too heavy in your pocket. And you do have the black G10 handle material here. So again, it's nice and grippy, which is good, especially for this size knife. And then you do have that D2 steel on the blade. So again, it is a working man's knife. So D2 is a working steel. It's easy to sharpen back up. So that's also why the price of the knife is what it is. You're getting, it's not the exorbitant super steels and stuff like that, which will drive up the price of the knife. But again, D2 is just as good enough as any for everyday tasks, especially for an EDC carry knife here. So taking a look at the blade itself, you do have these kind of little indentations on either side of the blade. And then on this one, he actually included his Maker's marks right in there, which is really nice. Besides that, on the sides of the blade, there's nothing else. But I do like that he does add, and hopefully you guys can make it out. Let's see. right here, there it is, your serial number. So this is number 19 out of 250. Hopefully you guys can make that out. So that's cool that it is stamped on the blade there because, again, because it is limited to 250 pieces, I like the fact that I can tell which one mine was because, again, I was really happy to have such a low serial number on that one. Now, again, it's limited to 250. I don't know if that's 250 total or 250 by variant. So again, even if it was 250 by variant, it's still a very low quantity. So I know Jason is really big on, once he does a run, he doesn't make them anymore. So again, if you guys are interested, go ahead and check out that link and go ahead and pick yourself one of these because I think they're really, really awesome. So far, I'm really loving it. Again, this is the Bygones model, and I think it is a really good example of the craftsmanship that Jason puts into his different knives. It closes very smoothly, buttery smooth. Speaking of rock solid lockup, you do have a liner lock right in there. Again, no blade play whatsoever. Disengages very easily, and the blade just kind of, smoothly closes on there. So really, really awesome knife. So can't wait to go ahead and throw this into my pocket and start carrying it. Again, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it failing on anything. I can put it through the paces, really hard EDC tasks, and I know it's not gonna fault me whatsoever. So again, this is just a quick look at the new knife from Brous Blades, Jason Brous, the Bygones. This one again is the satin color one. It is available in those other two colors. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and check out that link. But there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.